Yo, bad news. Payday, you want payday? I know that. Canelo Alvarez says a fight with Terence Crawford, it just doesn't make sense. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. You guys see it on the screen. Saul Canelo Alvarez says a fight with Terence Crawford doesn't make sense after beating Jermell Charlo. So seemingly, he's pouring some water on that potential fight. Saul Canelo Alvarez says a fight with Terence Crawford doesn't make sense right now after beating Jermell on Saturday. Alvarez dropped Charlo in the 7th round on the way to a unanimous decision vic in Las Vegas, extending his career to 60-20-2. The undisputed super middleweight champion has faced calls to make a fight with Crawford. The 40-0 undisputed welterweight champion in his next bout, but says post-fight press conference on Saturday, if the fight makes sense, go ahead. But right now, a fight with Terence Crawford, it doesn't make sense. I just won. Let me enjoy this. Now, we know Canelo Alvarez, he doesn't like to be asked questions about other people, especially David Benavidez. Canelo also said, this is Canelo. I am finally back. I feel great, and I feel happy because I haven't felt like this in a long time. I am back. Saul Alvarez insisted he's back to his best, dominated Charlo. You guys, that's pretty much the gist of it. So at the end of the day, my thoughts are very, very much so the same as before. When the fight was announced, like if you notice, I tell you, you'll get the best work out of me when I'm truly vested in the fight, when I personally like the fight, because yes, I'm a reporter. Yes, I do media. Yes, I'm the greatest. I'm the best in the business. I get all of these things, but I'm also a fan of boxing. Like this wouldn't have, I don't know what reason other people get into different businesses, but I got into the business of boxing to make change and to make a difference. So for me, I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan first. If I was never a fan of boxing, I would never be in boxing. You dig? So for me, that's what comes first. Like it's not about individual fighters. Of course, everybody has their favorites and guys that they like, pause. But it's really about the sport of boxing. As far as the fight with Canelo Charlo, that's why when it was announced, it didn't really do it for me. Like I was like, it's cool. It's two names that I recognize, but I told you exactly how the fight would play out. And it really played out identical to what I was stating. And Canelo was too big. And it's funny because I literally say these things on my channel, oftentimes met with some level of resistance. Like, oh, Ego, you don't know. Oh, you're hating. You're making an excuse before the fight. And then where are those same individuals, where are those same people when exactly what I said happens and it plays out the same way, right? I would love to hear from those people now, because you can't say I'm wrong or I'm hating or this, that, and the third, and then what I said happens and then you just go radio silent. That's not a thing. So the fight with Charlo, a lot of people, they were seemingly happy. Like, oh, this is, like I even seen people that said this is better than Jermall versus Canelo. And outside of the fact that Jermall Charlo has issues outside of the ring, I didn't think that this was a better fight because size matters. Jermall Charlo, I can't really speak on behalf of Jermall in terms of where he's at right now, because he hasn't fought in probably 2 or 3 years. But I really wanted to see the Jermall Charlo fight when he was active and Canelo was active, right? So I didn't really view this. Some people are like, oh, but Jermell Charlo, even Canelo pretty much said this. Jermell Charlo, he's much more accomplished than his brother and things like that. And they almost badmouthed Jermall and said Jermell has done more and Jermell's the most accomplished, so this is a better fight. And I was just listening to these things, disagreeing, and I put that on wax. You guys can check some of those old videos. I didn't see this fight being what people, I guess, wanted it to be. Canelo fought at 175 pounds. And Jermell was just going to come up to 168, where he also had several fights. Like, I don't even know off the top of my head when Canelo moved, but I do know he moved after the Liam Smith fight. That was when HBO was still around. So this man, Canelo, baby, he literally has been at 160 pounds or higher for several years, because HBO boxing has been out of business for several years. So why would a guy who's never fought at 160 necessarily be the one to dethrone him? To me, that was just wishful thinking, and you were hoping that based on what you've seen from Mel Charlo in the past, that he was going to do all these things with Charlo. But I didn't really see that, and this was really an easy fight to predict if you look at it logically. And that's why I've never prioritized this fight over Canelo versus Benavidez. That is a banger, because David Benavidez is a full-fledged super middleweight. David Benavidez has an awesome arsenal, an array of punches. That's completely different. It looked like, to me at least, Jermell Charlo, he was timid, and I think that's the weight. He started to feel the weight of the punches, and pretty much it wasn't his weight class, and he felt that. And Canelo was coming out guns blazing, loading up on shots. So he fought pretty gun shy and pretty timid as to be in survival mode and or not get knocked out or knocked down or, badly hurt. So he just fought in a way to a preservation mode, where he was like trying to preserve, his integrity in the brand, and almost say like, yo, I didn't get knocked out though. But yeah, Caleb Plant got knocked out, but he also didn't fight like that. So it's kind of easier to get knocked out when you're fighting in such a way where you're trying to win, if you will. So all in all, that's not what Charlo did. He kind of fought in a preservation mode. So David Benavidez is just a whole different. I can never picture David Benavidez being of the weight class fighting like that. I mean, even John Ryder, he didn't fight like that, and he had a broken nose or a broken jaw or something versus Canelo in Mexico. But that's also because he's a guy who's been fighting at the weight class. He's felt power. He's fought Danny Jacobs, fought Caleb Smith. So he's fought guys of the weight class and of the caliber. That's why I really need to see Canelo fight somebody that I want to see. And I don't know. I don't know if the Crawford fight. That's another fight. I'm kind of glad he's shutting it down, to be honest. That's not a fight that why should Canelo keep fighting guys in different weight classes? But then you're the undisputed champion, and then people in the weight class never get an opportunity. Somebody make that make sense in the comment section, and I'll hear you all out. Until then, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm glad the fight with Crawford is probably not going to happen. Some people are going to say Canelo's ducking and stuff like that, but I personally don't want to see that. And then what happens if Crawford moved up 3 weight class? We literally just seen a guy move up 2 weight classes and he couldn't move Canelo. So Crawford, you could say, oh, he's better, he's different, he has different skills, he's a switch hitter, he's dynamic. I mean, is that going to make all the difference in the world? I don't know. Especially when that guy is coming up more weight classes. Like even Errol Spence on his worst night, Errol Spence, he got knocked out and he got hit hard, but he didn't get knocked out. Like if we're really being real, the way Errol Spence looked, it seemed like he should have got Rod Salkut. You know what I mean? Because I've seen guys like, you can't fight Wilder and survive to the end of the fight looking horrible. You're just going to get knocked out, like brutally knocked out. You have to be on your A game. You know what I mean? So that version of Errol Spence, to be honest, I'm surprised he didn't get knocked out even worse. So that, to me, Crawford has power, but 3 divisions higher, does he have real power that Canelo would respect? Like guaranteed respect? I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.